Gap-toothed, scrawny, acerbic, asshole. These are not just words that could describe my first date. No, they could also describe David Letterman. Things have gotten kind of personal in the last few videos, so please indulge me in paying tribute to one of my idols. In 1993, David Letterman moved from late night on NBC to The Late Show on CBS. Now, there has been countless books, articles, TV movies on how and why that actually happened, but all that you need to know is that as a 10-year-old kid, I would sneak out of my bed and watch Letterman, just like many people claim they do with Johnny Carson, or did with Johnny Carson when they were growing up. It was something new to me, something different, something a little bit kind of punk rock, or something that was not maybe allowed or something. But as a 10-year-old kid who was like obsessed with Saturday Night Live and all forms of kind of alternative comedy, Letterman was kind of the ringleader of all of that. In his first 11 years over on NBC, he was like strapping cameras to monkeys and having the cameras like go full circle through an entire episode, or jumping into a vat of Diet Cola with Mentos strapped to his chest. I mean, it was just a crazy, crazy show to go and watch clips. He brought most of that with him to CBS, although it was definitely toned down from his later years. There was just this general absurdity to the show that I just really gravitated towards. This was a guy who, you know, wasn't like a father figure or something to me, but it was almost like the cool uncle that I really wanted to spend time with, to be like, oh, he knows these cool things and these weird turns of phrase. And he certainly influenced a whole lot of comedians. If you just look at the late night realm, whether it's Seth Meyers or Jimmy Fallon, or especially Jimmy Kimmel, these are the people who look up to Letterman because they are the people who are shaped by his comedy, who are shaped by his absurdity. He seemed to always have this appreciation of the obscure, whether it was some sort of underground comic book or some comedian who was just trying to get his start. David Letterman was an entertainer, and while that may not change lives or change the world in any perceptible way, there is a power in the stuff that we do in between living. And that's what entertainment is a whole lot of the time. It's what we like to do with friends or talk about with neighbors. And David Letterman, to me, was always that person who either could perform a great interview, have an interesting guest, or just revel in the absurdity of life. I think that the best example of his power of being able to handle a moment correctly as an integral broadcaster and entertainer of the last 40 years was the show that he did after 9/11. This was only about 5 or 6 days after the event happened, and without any music, it went straight to him at the desk, and he gave this great 8-minute long speech, which I urge you to go and track down. So what can I do as a tribute? The head of Jay Leno seems a tad excessive, although Dave, if you need it, then it's one phone call. I'm no good at writing lists. I don't have any pets to do stupid tricks for me. But there is one thing that I can do, and not to blow my own horn, although, what if I could? I do have some watermelons. Let's go throw this off a high place. Well, that's as easy as it's always looked. Dave, thank you so much for being there on the television when I needed you the most. There'll never be anyone close to being like you, for good or for bad. For everyone else, let me know down in the comments below about your idol. My name is Kyle. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all again next Thursday with another stupid human trick.